YouTube, how's it going, man? We back for another video. And today, the sort of Convallaria Twitter tweeted out a very interesting picture. Okay, it's not really interesting. They just showed that Lily and Alexi will be coming out, I believe, August 23rd to September 5th on their own rate up banner. And it has me thinking who's really coming out after this. Like, once Edda's banner is gone, it has me thinking. But I did see an image floating around online. I seen it on Reddit as well. I don't know if Celion is the one that did this, because I know he does a lot of the TWRC and like tier lists and just things that are coming out. Obviously, everything is subjected to change because we never follow the TW or the Chinese server exactly. But I did see a picture going around, potentially who can get next. So here's the picture, So I know they have Lilywell and Alexi coming out next. And they switched Momo for Lilywell, which I don't know why they did that. I feel like if Momo was on it, he probably would have got more summons. But yeah, they switched Lilywell with Momo, and they have Alexi with the raid up. And you can see the next person is Simona, which I feel like should be the next unit. I don't think they're gonna skip Simona and go to Sapphire or Augusti. I feel like they know those are two heavy hitters that a lot of people are saving for. Simona, mixed feelings. I know if you guys go based off tier list, I've seen her floating around. I believe it was like tier 2. I think some people could put her on tier 1, but I see her mostly on tier 2. Like I said, everything's subjective. Like, if you have a unit and you know how to use them well, if they fit your playstyle, like their damage output might not be as good as somebody else's DPS, but she still has her purpose, whether that be PvE, PvP, or late game PvP, which we haven't really got a chance to look at yet. But Simona is an interesting character for me. Obviously, she is an ice. Well, I'm not gonna say she's ice. She's a watcher unit, but her kit is pretty cool. I like how she has ice incorporated in it, and ice has always been one of my favorite elements in anything that has ice included. I don't know if you guys are One Piece fans, but even One Piece, Alkaji, whatever, how he uses his ice powers. Anything ice related is pretty cool. So she's also part of the Union faction, which is Gloria's faction, and I want to make a team full of the Union characters, but we're yet to see who everybody is in the Union. Which I could obviously go look at the TW servers and see who is part of the Union, but sometimes it's kind of fun to just wait a little bit to see. But yeah, Simona is a very interesting character for me, at least, because like I said, I want to make a Union team. And I want to just have as many characters as possible, just so I can kind of build certain teams and see how everybody works and correlates together. And I feel like ultimately you want to have as many characters as possible in a game like this, is because different team comps and see what works for you in terms of how your playstyle is, instead of just following the meta all the time. So Simona is a very interesting character for me. Hopefully she is next. I might throw a few summons at her, even though she isn't considered tier 0 or broken. Like I said, I feel like she would be a pretty fun unit to use in PvP. We're going to take a look at her kit soon, but if she is ice, I'm guessing that she is someone that could probably CC a crowd. So I'm guessing a lot of slower movement. I feel like movement's everything in this game. So if there is a unit that could either stop you from moving or slow down your movement or give you less tiles to move, I feel like they could be OP in a certain way as long as you use them the right way. But yeah, that's Simona right there. Well, we're going to take a look at her stats right now. So I will link this website down below just if you guys want to look. As you can see, she does move 3 tiles. Her jump is 2 tiles. And I'm pretty sure that's max out HP and physical attack and everything that's shown there. But as you can see, she is part of the Watcher faction, like I said. She is a Watcher, but she's part of the Union faction. And her trait, which is a Winter is Coming, the attack and defense attributes are increased by 15%. When you have a shield, the attack and defense attributes are increased by an additional 10%, and you are immune to attribute debuffs. When the action starts, get Ice Armor. After being attacked, if you are in near-death status, obtain immediately as Ice Armor can be activated up to once per battle. Okay, well, like I said, it's a solid trait. And magic damage, single target attack, causing 130% damage applied. And see speed down, move down, last 2 rounds. Like I said, that to me, that's pretty good for certain situations. So we'll look at her skill tree, and for a skill 1 level, you could choose between the two, which is Ice Blast and Cone of Ice. For Ice Blast, which is a magic damage, causes 75% area damage, so it is an AoE, to the first enemy in each row within a 2 to 3 area in the target direction, applying speed -1 and move -1. Lasts for 2 rounds and knocks back 2 spaces. That's an AoE crowd control, which is, I feel like it's an amazing move. And Cone of Ice is a magic damage. Select a location and deal 80% damage to all enemies within 1 block of the target location. Ice attribute, area defect. So that's an AoE as well. Honestly, I feel like Ice Blast is a better move to choose if you are going to choose between the two. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, go based off however you guys feel like you play. But me, I would definitely go with Ice Blast. When we go take a look at skill 3 now, which is Ice Strike and Ice Forge Armor, which is the two. So for Ice Strike, which is a magic attack, is an instant. Select the location within the cross range of yourself. Change that location and deal 100% damage to all enemies along the way. Physical shield worthy. Ice attribute harm. Obtained by oneself. Ice combat lasts 2 rounds. Not bad. Ice Forge Armor support. It makes all your allies within 2 to 3 area or 2 to 3 tile area in the target direction and 3 squares horizontally in place and gain ice armor. Generation 1. Last 2 rounds, if you already have ice armor, energy consumption is reduced by 1 point. I'd probably go with the support role. The other one, I guess, is more damage, but if you kind of want both, level 3, Ice Forge Armor, maybe I would choose that if I was, like I said, if I do have it, and that just fits my playstyle and the style I feel like I want to play with her. Because like I said, she is not my main DPS on the team at all. Straight crowd control and support for me, literally, that's how I would build my Simona. So when we get a look at the next one, I'm pretty sure it's just reactions, which is Ice Crush and Ice Shelter. With Ice Crush, after being destroyed, all enemies within 2, I'm guessing, tiles of self will receive 50% magic damage and apply to the target. Move -3, lasts for 1 round. How is that not OP? Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, and then you have Ice Shelter, also reaction. To be possessed, move -1. When the enemy takes the initiative to attack, the damage received is reduced by 30%. Okay, it's not bad either. It's a little more tanky. So we look at level 7 skills, which is Freezing and Knights Alliance Banner. So starting with Freezing, single target attack causing 80% damage applied, -3 move on last 2 rounds. If the target has move, like I guess it's additional frozen on the last 2 rounds, which is pretty crazy to me if I'm reading it right. And I'm guessing all leadership, or it's not the same, but you know what they do. All allies who are within that union or that faction have their attack increased by 10% and their defense increased by 20%, which is pretty solid. And obviously, attack defense boost is always a good thing to have for any of your units. So that's why later on in the end game, having units of the same faction, I feel like it's going to mean a lot, especially in PvP. That's what I mean. You pick and choose who you like and the factions you want to build. And obviously, based on the weapons that you have for all your main characters, that does play a factor as well. But I'm telling you, there's some fun team comps I can see happening. So for the level 9 attacks, Sword Made of Ice and Frost Strike. Starting with Sword Made of Ice, single target attack causing 110% damage. Attack possesses minus move or is frozen. When facing enemies on terrain, the damage dealt is increased by 30%. So like I said, she does apply ice terrain. So minus the move and you do extra damage with this, amazing. And then Frost Strike, which is a general attack, causes 80% magic damage against healthy, so if they have full health, and status enemies. Impose -1 move, lasts for 1 round. Bro, how she tier 2? Okay, level 11 skills, Winter's End and Will to Survive. With Winter's End, select the location within a cross range of yourself and deal 70% damage to all enemies within 5 and 3 range in the target direction. Damage and summon Ice Wall in 3 horizontal grids in the center. When the terrain grid is occupied, it will also apply to the target. Frozen, lasts for 1 round. Skill pre-cooling for 1 round. Bro, CC crowd control, that's amazing. Bro, I would definitely summon for this. Like I said, team comps with Simona would be amazing. Am I reading something wrong? Like, I'm so confused how she's not up there. At least tier 0.5. I'm actually so confused. I gotta see her in action, but bro, that seems pretty cool for PvP. And with Will to Survive as a passive, so when the action starts, if you are in or near death status, it will restore 50% of health and 2 points of energy, and effects will cool down for 2 rounds. Even that is pretty dope, bro. Come on, man. But also, the lists that you do see go around with tier lists are pretty much for PvE opposed to PvP. PvP lists, like I said, is subjective into whoever you have or like however you play. So I feel like Simona will be good for PvP. But like I said, when she comes out, I have a feeling she is next. I might throw a few summons for her. But yeah, man, hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot to me. See you guys in the next video. Peace.